Imagine stepping back in time to an era where the Nile's waters whisper ancient secrets and the desert sands shift under the weight of untold stories. This isn't just a journey back to ancient Egypt. It's a voyage into a world that has been misrepresented for centuries. Today, we peel back the layers of history. Long have we envisioned the pharaohs of Egypt as figures distant from the African continent, portrayed through a lens clouded by misconceptions to reveal the true colors of ancient Egypt's rulers. A story of power, identity, and the reclaiming of heritage. Yet, recent scholarly work and genetic analysis have begun to unveil a different narrative, one steeped in the rich tones of Black heritage. In an astounding find near the banks of the Nile, archaeologists uncovered the burial site of Shimi, a high priest from 4,000 years ago. This discovery was pivotal, not just for the artifacts found, but for the story they told. Shimi belonged to an elite family known for its significant contributions to the realm of Kemet, the flourishing civilization along the Nile, today known as modern Egypt. What stood out were not just his noble lineage, but his distinct physical features that strongly suggested Nubian ancestry. This revelation casts a long shadow on the long-standing belief that the Egyptian elite were of Mediterranean descent exclusively. Further examination of ancient texts, combined with recent DNA analyses, support a narrative that paints these leaders not just as inhabitants of the African continent, but as people of Black African descent. As we dive deeper into this history, let's pause and reflect on the magnitude of this discovery. If you are enjoying this exploration into our past, it's essential to understand the broader implications of these findings. The portrayal of ancient Egypt in mainstream media has often been skewed by a Eurocentric perspective, diminishing the region's African roots. This narrative not only distorts history but also strips a powerful civilization of its true identity. By bringing to light the real heritage of Egyptian rulers, we are not just correcting historical records. We are restoring dignity to a culture whose contributions have shaped the world. This journey through Egypt's past isn't merely about rewriting history. It showcases surgical techniques and observations of the human body. As we unravel the layers of Egyptian history, we pay homage to the indomitable spirit of its Black rulers, the architects of a civilization that stood as a beacon of innovation and brilliance under the golden rays of the sun. Let us celebrate this vibrancy of truth, embrace the power of a correctly told history, and continue our quest for understanding. Together, we're not just learning about the past, we're inspiring future generations to embrace a more inclusive and accurate portrayal of human history. Continuing from where we left off, the story of ancient Egypt's Black rulers extends far beyond the remarkable discoveries like that of Shimi. It delves into a rich tapestry of cultural and historical contributions that have been overshadowed by a long-standing tradition of Eurocentric interpretations of history. Today, as we dig deeper, we not only unearth facts, we restore a legacy. The art and architecture of ancient Egypt speak volumes about the sophistication and capabilities of its people. The pyramids, not merely tombs but grand monuments to eternity, stand as testaments to the ingenuity and foresight of African minds. Their design and construction techniques have baffled historians and engineers for centuries, reflecting a deep understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and geometry that rivals any contemporary knowledge. It is not just the physical remnants of ancient Egypt that tell the story of a predominantly Black civilization. The spiritual and cultural practices of the Egyptians also offer a window into their lives and beliefs. The worship of gods and goddesses like Osiris, Isis, and Horus, whose myths pervade African folklore, underscores the shared cultural threads that link ancient Egypt with other African societies. These stories were not merely myths, but a way to understand the universe, human nature, and the mysteries of life and death. As we journey through the vast deserts and along the lush riverbanks of the Nile, we encounter the everyday lives of the people who made this civilization great. The farmers who harnessed the Nile's floods for agriculture, the artisans whose crafts adorned the most sacred temples, and the traders who ventured across deserts and seas. All were part of a vibrant, interconnected society that was fundamentally African in its roots and identity. Moreover, the scientific achievements of the Egyptians were profound. They practiced medicine that involved surgeries and treatments that would only be rediscovered thousands of years later. Their knowledge of herbal medicines, documented in papyrus texts, was extensive and sophisticated. The Edwin Smith Papyrus, for example, it's about reclaiming a narrative and honoring the legacy of a people whose influence resonates through the corridors of time that predate Hippocratic medicine by centuries. This expansive view of ancient Egypt challenges the narrow perspectives that have dominated for so long. It invites us to rethink not just the color of the skin of its people, but the very essence of their contributions to human history. Each new discovery and scholarly research brings us closer to understanding the true extent of these contributions. In the modern world, where diversity are increasingly recognized as pillars of society, the story of ancient Egypt's Black heritage offers powerful lessons. It reminds us of the importance of representing history in all its diversity, ensuring that no culture is misrepresented or diminished. Furthermore, this reclamation of history is not just academic. It has real-world implications for how we see ourselves and each other in today's global society. For people of African descent, the acknowledgement of Egypt's Black heritage is a source of pride and a cultural connection that has been denied for too long. Let's take a moment here to reflect on the importance of historical accuracy and cultural representation. If you're finding this exploration as enlightening as we are, please consider subscribing to Historical Highway for more content that seeks to uncover the true stories of our past. As we conclude our journey today, let's carry with us the spirit of those ancient architects, scientists, and thinkers who, beneath the African sun, built a legacy that the sands of time could never erase. They remind us that history is not just about the past. It is about understanding our present and shaping our future. The narrative of ancient Egypt is still being written, with each artifact and each hieroglyphic text offering new insights. As we continue to decode the past, let us also commit to a future where every culture's history is told with the depth, respect, and dignity it deserves. Thank you for joining us on this journey through ancient Egypt's rich and vibrant history. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video if you want to help spread the word about the true heritage of one of the world's most fascinating civilizations. Stay curious, keep exploring, and continue to celebrate the rich and diverse tapestry of human history with Historical Highway.